about his name. Hey, hey, Father, take me back. Psalms 1 in the morning, meditating fast. How you don't know what you driving, but got something fast. See my brother's life change when that whip crash. I got whiplash, where the spirit got my head turning. Time to pick trash. If I wanna serve, I Jesus serve him. It's a flash when he coming back. What's your purpose? It's a mismatch, turn the earth flat. Kyrie Irving. Rain on me, rain on me, Lord, help me grow. Rain on me, clean my spirit, feed my soul. Rain on me, Lord, help me grow. Rain on me, clean my spirit, feed my soul.
Like you did in the past, and you making it last. Better with you out living on glass. Going back, I never thought
Happy Monday. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Chilling with God and he working it out.
Welcome in.
The message stressing me out. Like what? I know we lit, we up. Following God, I'm making it out. Rain on me. Rain on me.
Okay, we ready to roll? Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's do this. Let's do it. W's in the chat. All right, here we go. Rain on me. All right, I think we good. Who we got here? Welcome in. Only bands in the building. Let's go. What up, Classic? Classic Trader in the house. What is goody? What is goody? How you guys feeling? Welcome in. Happy Monday. Good morning, Tamra. Arrow Sassy is in the building. Let's go. Let's go. All right. All right. Baked Baked Spud 420 in the house. Let's go. Let's get it. What up, Price Action Kev? There he is. There he is. Mr. Sam Clubhouse. How we feeling? How we feeling? Vivian Young in the building. Danny Cash in the house. I see him. I see him. What up, Sahil? What up, Ben? There he is. DJ Scratchers in the building. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Good to see you guys, man. How's everyone's weekend? I hope some of you guys are like buried in snow today, right? My goodness. My goodness. Bring the igloos out. Bring the igloos out. Yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are staying warm. Jay Coop in the building. What's goody? What up, Steven? Mr. Marty McFly is here. Hey, isn't it good? Yes, Marty McFly. What was yesterday? Yeah, yesterday was like 80. It was like 83. Sun was beaming. My goodness, my goodness. Garrett in the building. What up, SK? Lucas in the house. What's good? What up, Golden Dubs? What up, what up? Star Boy in the building. What up, Vince? What's good? What's good? Good to be with you guys. Good to see y'all. Z Gamer in the building. Let's go. Now we can start. Now we can start. All right, Clubhouse going crazy. Let's move the chat over. What up, Ben Bennett, Leonardo, Positive Mind in the house, Roberto, Shakes. I mean, look at these winners. Gareth, Nickwoody, what's goody? What up, Valerio? My goodness. What up, Christian? What's goody? Man, squad of winners. Yeet. All right, let's get it. Let's get this chat over here. The Viking is in the building. Let's go. What up, Magnus? What's goody? What up, Jose? What up, Serge? What up, Melvin? You know, these days I got to stop the chat. If I want to actually read it, I got to stop it. I got to stop it. What up, Wokey? There he is. Wokey in the building. All right, let's move this over a little bit. YouTube, how we feeling, chat? How's everybody doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you guys. Clubhouse, great to see y'all. W webinar this past weekend. My goodness, if you guys missed it, go check it out. Definitely one for the books. One for the books. All right, I think we're good. I think we're good. We ready to roll? What time is it? 8:30. We got some news. We got yucky price action here today. Not too good, but either way, we're here. Let's get into it. Let's go ahead and pray, and then we'll begin our day here, all right? Let's do it. Father God, we thank you for another opportunity to link with like-minded individuals all over the world, Lord. I pray that you would speak truth and knowledge and wisdom today through this microphone, through me, Lord. I thank you for using me as the vessel, Lord. I thank you for using me as the leader. Continue to bless the example that I set, Lord. And we just thank you for calling us towards the 8-figure mark. We thank you for calling us towards a better life, the 10.0 version of us. So we thank you for the awakening. We thank you for keeping this stream fresh every single time and pure. And we just give you all the glory for allowing us to be a city on a hill for others to come in when they're losing hope, Lord. Bring them here. The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few, Lord. So bring them in, and let's continue to reap this harvest. So we thank you for your blessing over it. I ask that you would bless everyone in this stream today as they move in and out, and we just give you the glory. Go before us this week and make our path straight. We thank you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. Let's do it. Let's do it. Y'all ready to go? You guys ready? All right, I'm ready to go. Let's talk about the week here in front of us. Let me lower the music just a smidge. Just a little light little smidge. Hold on one sec. That should be good to go right there. Let's take a look at what the hecky is going on over in Indiana today. My goodness, bro. Snow's... You can't even, like, drive out of that. You can't even, like, get stuck right there. Sheesh. All right. Anyways. Should we bring up my weather? No. I can't even do that to you guys. All right. Anyway, Monday. Let's just talk about the news, yeah? Let's talk about this forecast instead of... sunny Florida forecast, right? So the forecast today in this next week. So today we really don't have much. We have some core durable goods that came out here. Nothing too crazy. You got an orange folder. Both of them came out for good numbers on the dollar there. So green numbers on the dollar today. We'll see how that applies to price action shortly. But tomorrow's Tuesday, and not much again. Just some yellow folders, orange folders. Nothing too crazy here. Trump is going to speak supposedly tomorrow. Where's my tools at? Where's my... There we go. This is my chalk. It's like my digital chalkboard here. So Tuesday, right, we got Trump potentially speaking over here, probably sometime around like 8:30, 9 o'clock, if that's going to happen. And then you got some yellow folder, orange folder stuff, just like today. So nothing too crazy today or tomorrow, but so Wednesday is going to be the 28th of January, one of the last days of January here. And look what we got. So we got FOMC, we got crude oil inventories. We'll have the press conference, everything come out here at 2:30 as well. So Wednesday, excuse me, will be the big day here this week for us, as we will get a report from the Fed pretty much. So FOMC on Wednesday. Thursday, you'll have your typical unemployment claims coming in here at 8:30 as usual. And then we'll most likely be in the headlines here for most of the day. And then Friday, it looks pretty quiet until 8:30. Then you got PPI. So Wednesday and Friday will be the big days here. Other than that, we're pretty chill, right? So price may chill out a little bit today and get going tomorrow, and then Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. So yeah, we'll be here for it. So let's get to the technicals here. Let me just lower the music a little bit more. Let me know if the music is good, chat. And if we're good, then we're good. But if you guys can, before we get to the technicals, if you guys can like the stream, sub to the channel as well, and let's go on and get into it. You guys ready? Welcome, 8-figure traders. You ready? I know Philippe's ready. Philippe is ready. He's ready to go. He represents chat right here. All right, let's talk about gold, and we'll get into NQ here as well today. But my goodness, what a rally we're on here when it comes to gold longs. We've cracked 5,000 here on gold, as you guys can see. 5K sitting right here, and the daily candle just gapped right through 5K. So my goodness, what an amazing run here on gold. As you can see, we came out of this little consolidation zone and have not stopped the bullish run ever since. So major gap up here today. We did kind of push up all the way to 51.11. My goodness, right? 51.11, and now we'll see if we want to come back and break these lows. And I don't know, man. This is wild, right? So let's drop down to the 4-hour chart here, because we are starting to get a little bit of structure, right? So we are starting to break the 4-hour lows now. As you can see, there is I'd say like a minor level of support, but mainly what I'm looking at here is the potential for a resistance to be formed, right? So that resistance isn't formed yet, because this candle here that we're looking at still has roughly an hour and 20 minutes left on it, right? So anything can happen in that hour and 20 minutes where we can just fly right up, break the highs, and continue pushing, right? So it's not until this candle here can actually close bearish, right? Ideally below the range, that we could say we have a good resistance at this point, right? So we still got to wait on that. Look at this candle. This candle also was once way down here, ended up pushing way up and closing doji, and that didn't stop the next 4-hour candle from moving bullish. So we really do need to get a nice closure on the 4-hour here to kind of be convinced that we've got a resistance here. So let's drop down to the 1-hour. I want to see what this wick is and what that wick is and what they're representing here. They must be supports and resistances, or maybe they are wicks. Yeah, so they are wicks here on the 1-hour. Most likely they will turn support resistance on the 30 or the 15 minute. So this is our range. Right, 1 hour is just nasty. It's just ranging through here. You have a lot of wicks in here, so I don't even like the closure that much, although you did get a bearish closure. You know, we are moving down now, so we did just fill the wick here. We'll see what happens. Are we gonna reject out and close back above the range, right? Can this candle come back above, or will we actually get an official closure below all that, you know, chop here, and then kind of see if we can move down into the next range here? So let's drop down to the 30 minute. Let's see what all these wicks are. Okay, so we got wicks here. So let's mark this off. We have a 30-minute support sitting at 50.62. Crazy, 50. And then let's move to the 15. So 15 may struggle a bit here. So it looks like we're struggling right now. We've got no top wick on the candle. We kind of have another zone right here. This is kind of made for a little bit of an observation zone, right? So I think if we can get back above, meaning if we can get a closure, right, strong bullish closure here back above that says we've faked out, then I think the price looks good to continue moving back into that 1 hour range here, right? If let's say we do get a bullish candle, but our bullish candle doesn't close above, right, closes below the range, then ideally it's going to be best to wait, right? And what would we want to wait for? If we are going to take some sells, then we want to wait for a closure below, right? It might not happen as pretty as this. It might not happen in the very next candle, but we are going to look for some sort of a closure below and then look to trade within this range as we keep breaking that 4 hour low here, right? So first targets would be like 50.40, and then the full TPs would be somewhere down here like 50.29 or something, right? So that would be the ideal sell of the day, right? First target here, second target there, and that again is breaking the 4 hour low. That's going to be a range to sell, and all that good stuff. So we'll see about all of this. Yeah, we'll see how we do. As of right now, this 15-minute candle is struggling. So if we can get maybe a fake out here, I like the buys. If not, if we remain in this range, then you know, we just wait. So hopefully we can range a little bit here, right, in this zone here, and then get ourselves either a breakout to the upside or potentially a breakout to the downside here. So that is yeah, that is pretty much it. This price action is not looking good at all. Super choppy, right? Super choppy. 30-minute candles are really tripping right now too. You had all this range here, right? We ranged all London session, all pre-New York, and then 7:30 just dropped us out of nowhere there. So yeah, very weird, abrupt move. So we'll see if it ends up coming back into the range here. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, be safe here today. Just like Friday, Pac-Man was out. That dude never went home. That dude straight up never went home. So Pac-Man is still lurking here in these markets. So just be careful, my friends. All right. So that's what I'll be waiting on. I need good confirmations here today, like real good. So unless we get the fake outs or whatnot, I don't even know how interested I am in the inverted celery here. It would have to be, yeah, I mean, it would have to be on the 30-minute time frame for me to execute. So yeah, either a 15 fake out or a 30-minute inverted celery works for me. So we'll see what happens. Pac-Man's outside. He's out here. Yeah, so that's that'll be me for gold. I would really like this candle here to close below. Yeah, if we can get a closure below. I know there's 2 minutes left, but yeah, I don't trust this at all. Don't trust it at all. So let's move over to NQ here, and let's see what we have cooking over here. Let's get rid of all this from Friday, and let's drop over to the daily. So the daily, The daily candles are they're moving bullish, right? So we're still moving bullish. Ultimately, we're in this pretty nasty sideways consolidation here. So it's been a little tricky on NQ, right? Your daily candles have been filling that little gap there too, and we haven't really been able to make a decision, right? Outside of that, you had this gap right here that's been filled. We came back down, we closed below. Same deal here. I don't even know what this candle's up to. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're supposed to be started here and you're supposed to be like up here. Like, what's going on with this guy, right? So I don't know. This daily candle is just starting off very suspect to me. You have this little weird gap that happened on NQ last night, so that's why the candle looks like that. But yeah, we're just in this 4-hour range here, right? So you have support sitting here, you have resistance right here, and it's just very, very undecided. So most likely price will trade within this range today. Let's go ahead and measure that range to see if it's even worth our time. So it probably is worth our time, right? Almost 200 pip range there. So let's drop down to the 1 hour and let's see what's cooking. So 1 hour is moving bullish. We just broke the lows here. We had no bottom wick on that candle, so we can basically move this support up, right? And we have 16 minutes left on this candle here. So as of right now, our nearest support is sitting at 27. Let's drop down to the 30-minute. Okay, we can make some adjustments here now. So we drop this down to 92, and we could probably scoot this over to 48, right? And now we got this price trapped right here. So I think what we can do, we could even make more adjustments here, right? Move our resistance up to 07, adjust our support to 78. Let's measure the range. Let's see if it's even worth it. It's about a 29 pip range, so it may or may not be worth it here, right? But all in all, you do have some decent traffic coming back down into the bottom of that 4-hour range here. So we'll see. We are bearish on the 4 hours, so I would be open to it. So if the playbook setup does show up, I'll be in there. So yeah, basically waiting on the hour closure. If we can get resistance here, that means we now have a 4-hour bottom wick. 1 hour got resistance. I'm taking that sell. What? Even though you lost that same idea last week? Yep, exactly. Because I know 8 out of 10 times it's gonna work out here. So I won't be scared today to enter the same exact trade as last Tuesday and go ahead and, continue to size up in that trade as well. So we'll see if we get a 1 hour closure here on NQ, possible 4-hour wick, top wick in play. And could we visualize this candle, right? Making a top wick and then filling the wick there, right? Kind of breaking its own low and going down to fill that 4-hour range. So we'll see. We shall see, my friends, but that is it. Actually, price looking a little bit better on NQ than it is on gold. If we can get the closure below 78 here, that looks very, very good. So that's my plan, and I'm sticking to it. That's all she wrote. All right, let's clone this. And the buys here today on NQ, let's take a look. I mean, the 4 hour is bearish. Right, so I'm kind of anticipating maybe if we could break the lows here, we could drive down, fill the range. 4 hour being bearish, just gonna have to stick to my rules and wait for some sort of a range to buy, right? So yeah, that's pretty much that. That is that. So we'll see if we can get what we want here on the 1 hour. If not, then we'll just continue to wait. Story of our lives. Yeah. All right, how's everyone doing? What up, Green? Happy Monday, dude. Are you snowed in too, man? It's like a blizzard. That thing was like above the car door. My goodness. How was everyone's weekend? How am I feeling today? Incredible. Probably the best day I've ever felt in my entire life. I mean, what a blessed day ahead of us here, eh? Nice and early too. Got to spend the morning with Lele, just hanging out, chilling, reading some books, and spending some time there, and now we back. With the greatest team on planet Earth here, yeah? Let's go. Rain on me. Let's see. Let me move my chat a little bit. Let's get you guys here. Locked and loaded. Let's go. What up, SimZ? How you doing? Hey, OnlyBans. I just seen your message. SimZ, you got a good friend there in OnlyBans. You know that? You got a good friend. Murder, she wrote. Yeah. 29 pips. 100. Oh, it's 117? Is that what it is? Did I say? I think I said 29 pips, all right? 112 points. Isn't that what it is? Snowed in. Let's go. Took advantage. Called out of work. Let's go. Let's go. Books are overrated. Yeah, books are a little overrated. Yup, they are. You know, because a lot of people read books but don't act on them. So action is so underrated. Like I always say, we don't have an education problem. We have an application problem, my friends. A lot of people know what to do, yet they don't do. Right? I mean, that's the big issue. You know, everyone knows what to do, yet nobody does. Right? So I think applied knowledge is the true power. I think we have a major application problem, not an education problem at all. What you guys do in London? London was a bit choppy there in gold. Bit choppy. You know what's funny? I read hundreds of books in my life, and you know, when I read those books, you know how much money I was making? Zip. None. So it wasn't the books that made me the money, was it? Right? Because if it was books that made me money, then if I read 100 books, I should have sure enough made a lot of money, right? But I didn't make any money. You know, I didn't make any money until I started applying what those books were teaching me. And believe it or not, I was applying it lightly, but I didn't get a chance to truly apply it until a couple years later, when I was basically all on my own and back against the wall and didn't really have the association that I was once, leaning on in a way. I had to apply those things that I was learning. So little did I know, they were all the information, all the knowledge, all the wisdom was getting just kind of like put in some sort of a library. I don't even know how to explain it, right? The mind just went ahead and did its own job, did its own filing system, put stuff in the back, like just stored it away, right? For times where I was going to need it later. So if you guys are reading now and you feel like you're not learning or you're not going anywhere or improving, or let's say you're listening to podcasts and you feel like there's no immediate fruit in your life that you can touch, keep in mind, man, your mind is running through that filing system, just like the seed is going down and developing its root structure within the ground to eventually come up and have some sort of physical fruit. The same goes for you and me with our minds and all that we're putting into it. So just, don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on time, baby. Did I take any trades in Asian? No, I did not. No, I didn't. I looked at the market, it gapped up, and I just turned the computer off and went back and just kept enjoying the day. There was an opportunity in London. Let's take a look. London. So here's the open. So let me see here. So this is pre-London. So maybe this right here. Pre-London, 1:30, 1 o'clock. Not bad. Not bad. May have taken that trade. Yeah. Nothing here for me. Nothing there for me. Nothing here. Nah. I think that would have been it. I would have maybe looked at this guy here. Confirmation candle, closure, back above this zone here. And then break of the highs. Yeah, probably would hit break even though. London trades. I don't think, I don't know. I don't see too much. I'm only on the 30-minute time frame though, so if we look at the 15, there's definitely some more. Yeah, 15. This would have been nice, but no bottom wick. Damn, celery here, not too bad. 245 for price to maybe come down. Clean range. Fade. Probably wouldn't have taken that. Maybe a long here. 415. Maybe. I don't know. Very choppy. I can't say because I wasn't there in real time. But sheesh, maybe that celery play right there. I don't know. Very consolidating, right? So there's not much room. So anytime you got all the chop, you don't really have much room for price to continue driving, right? Like we love those bigger candles, but sometimes when you're dealing with all this consolidation, you get like no follow through on your trade, right? Like, I mean, look at this inverted celery right here. I mean, that you would expect that candle to fly, but nothing. Pre-New York too, nothing, like no follow through whatsoever. So all right, 15 closure here. Not too bad. I'm going to wait on the 30-minute. I just don't like the range itself. So Gonna wait on the 30. 15-minute inverted celery. Where's that? Where's that? 6:15. Let me see. Yeah, this isn't too bad. That's what I was saying too. But like, there's no like follow through. You might have been able to get partials on that. Yeah, probably. Yeah, that one was pretty good. It's tough to sell gold too right now. You know, tough to sell up here. First time on Top Step account because yes, 50%. Yep, 50% on the combine. Yep, and then no consistency on the XFA. Correct. I am interested in the buys. Yes, so I'm interested in the buys off the 30-minute. I want to see like the 30-minute candle actually close here because we have a 30 and a 1 hour closure. So typically when I trade at 8:45, I lose those trades. So I'm going to hang tight here. I'm going to wait for an inverted celery on the 30-minute. And then if we get that, then I like the volume from 9 to 10. I'm most confident right there. So that's where my data has the best results as well. So I'll be waiting on that. And then if we get something like this, I'll wait for a lower wick. I'll wait for the break of the high. And if and when we break that high, I'll get in there. I'll move stops to break even here, and I'll close my position up there. Yep. So those are my buys. Those are the buys I'm looking at. Sandman, how we feeling? If it wants to run, like if it runs here like on the 15, then so be it. You know, I still, again, it doesn't matter to me, you know. So the difference between the pros and the amateurs is it doesn't matter, right? Nothing matters outside of the actual setup that they want, the idea that they want. So once you get really good at that, it's over. It's over. Your P&L is going to reflect, right? I mean, this is what happens when you truly wait for what you want and you do not settle. Like, there will be no settling for me in my trading career anymore. That was the first 3 years. The last 3 years, 4 years have been absolutely on point because I just do not settle for anything outside of exactly what I want. And if you guys have been here long enough, you know that. You're like, damn, this guy's disciplined. You hate to love it, don't you, right? Anyone hate to love my discipline? Anyone? I'm sure some people are. Yeah, I hate to love this guy's discipline, you know, because you want to get into a trade, right? You want to, and it looks okay. But we don't do okay, right? We want the best setup. We want the A+. We want to make $1,000 here today, right? We want to make money. We don't want to settle for some cheap trade and have to get stopped out, and then the next best trade shows up, and all we're going to do is recover our loss. Like, screw that, you know? That's what newbies do, right? That's what rookies do. We're not rookies. You know, we're well equipped here in these markets. We know what we're doing. So if price does want to drive on us, who cares? Who cares, right? We wait for the next best setup as always. So yeah, look, for me, that was admirable, right? I like to hate it too a little bit, especially when I was rushing through trades and Don or Raja, I'd be like, nope, I'm not taking that, not taking that. Like, damn, how are they staying so disciplined? Like, how are they staying out of the markets, right? But then I read the forex mindset and I started studying other professionals, and it went from hating to love it to truly admiring it and hoping that one day maybe I could have that type of discipline, right? And that was my biggest focus coming up as a trader. When I started catching like good weeks and stuff, I said all I got to do is stay disciplined to hold this together, and I haven't looked back. A+, baby, A+. Yeet. Tommy, how you feeling, man? What up, DJ Scratchers? How you doing? Plus, we also get an hourly closure too, right? So like, if we can execute off the 15, right, which we wouldn't be looking too hot right now, or we can wait on the 15, the 30, and the 1 hour closure. I mean, it just gives you more information. They're like, how he, who he, what is this? How he, who he, what is this? That's what I was saying. I said, how he, who he, what is this? Well, I mean, how they doing that? Picky gang, yeah, exactly. What up, Ali Reza? What's good? What's good? All right, let me pop up the clubhouse. Everybody in the club getting pipskis. Yeah, that would have been no good for us here. No bueno. So I know out of a room this big or out of a chat this big, some of y'all took that. So just keep in mind, the main reason I didn't take it was because the 15 and the 1 hour, right? We got closures coming up there. So I'd rather just wait on the higher time frame confirmation. Let me see something here. I got oh yeah, Clubhouse. All right. Hey, how are ya? What's up, my friends? What's good? What's good? Tori, what's good? What's up, Alan? What up, Q? What up, Gene? What's up, Daniel? Danielle, how you doing? Andy, what's good? What up, Rafi? What up, Christian? Squad's in the building. AJ, what's popping? How we feeling? How we feeling? Hey, Rafi, how are you? Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. Welcome in.
My dude.
Happy Monday.
How you feeling, my guy? Good morning.
Incredible. Best day of my life. At least it's feeling like that. It's feeling like that.
Hey, and we're just getting started. How we doing, Clubhouse? How we doing, YouTube? How we feeling today?
Yeah.
And what a webinar this weekend, man.
Oh, my God. Such a good one. Hope you guys caught the replay of that webinar. Phenomenal webinar. Yeah. I think we titled it, What Most Traders Struggle With. I think that was the title, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Johnny Gems. How are you?
Yo, what up, boys?
Hey, how are ya?
How's it going?
How you feeling, bro? Good to see you.
What up? How you guys feeling?
Excellent, brother.
Great to see you all as
Blessed.
well. Great to be back. Let's go.
Stupendous.
Yes, sir. Feeling blessed.
It's always good to be back. You know, the weekends are great. I really do appreciate the time, but to be back at the desk is like, we're back, baby. We're back home. Yeah. So
We back.
Yeah. All right, real quick, we did get a closure, but that closure happened below the range here. So that's going to cancel out my buys for the moment. You still got a bearish 4 hour, so we don't want to test our luck here to take a buy right now, right? We've just heavily ran down on the 4 hour, broke lows. We're in process to potentially keep moving. So we did close below on the 1 hour here as well as the 30 minutes. So yeah, we got to wait still. Just like that, just like that. That's an unnecessary loss. That that we could have taken right there by simply not being patient, right? And guess what it was? It wasn't a technical issue, right? We knew the technicals. We knew we should wait for the 30 and the 1 hour. Guess what issue it was? It was an emotional issue, right? It was a mental issue. It was a unpatient issue, undisciplined issue, right? It was not technicals. The candles, we understand the higher the time frame, the stronger the data. We know to wait for a 30 and a 1 hour, right? And although we know, it's still not as easy to stay out of those trades, right? So I want you guys to keep that in mind. It's a perfect example of patience paying here at this point today, where we don't want to execute at 8:45 on the 15. We want to wait for that 30. We want to wait for that 1 hour closure. So that way technicals can give us more information, more confirmation, which is what we trade, right? And then we can start to look at ideas for the A+ setup. So yeah, congratulations. Anyone who held off there, you saved yourself from a pretty fat L today on a lovely Monday. You know what I mean?
Sir. That's what pays, brother. Patience and discipline, bro. I feel like a lot of traders mistaken what actually pays here. They think the trade's bad, but we're just as profitable on the trades we don't take than the trades we do take. So it's really the patience and discipline that pays, not the trades. By not taking this trade, we avoided losing money, so we technically made money.
Yeah.
So we got paid for the patience and discipline.
And that's the thing, it's like, if you, like Nick was saying, like what he was looking for and what he's waiting for, he didn't get what he was looking for. Where are you going to swing at that?
Yeah, you can't swing. You can't swing.
Right.
You know what you're looking for. We're going to go back to, to the shoe analogy. You go to the shoe store, you're looking for a size 10. They have the shoe, but having a size A. Will you wear that?
You ain't going to buy it,
Why
are
would
you?
you? You're not. It's not your size. So
Right.
similar here, you know what you're looking for. You just
Yep.
wait. You just
Yep.
keep looking. Keep looking.
Like
Yep.
I'm waiting for a fastball right now. I'm not gonna swing at a slider. I'm waiting for
Right, bro.
fastball.
It used to happen a lot. You know, working with the guys, and you throw something off the zone for them to chase, and they do, and then you ask them, what was that? What do you swing at that? And then they just stay there. They analyze, and they're like, I don't know. I'm like, no, no, you should know. There's an issue right there. Why? Because they're emotional. They're thinking, oh well, if I don't swing, then something's gonna happen. Something bad is gonna happen. Well, you need to look for the pitch and truly be focused. That's the most important thing. You looking for something, not being focused and ready is completely different things. Look for it, be focused, you see it, you execute. Done.
Yes, sir.
Done,
Simple.
done. Yep,
Facts.
good stuff. Now we wait because I'm still interested in the buys, just not yet. Right, so we're waiting. So this is our observation zone, right? So we're looking at this here as a bit of an observation, trying to observe what goes on in between that zone. That way, if we can get through, we can look to trade that clean range to the left or move up this clean range to the top here, right? So this is a bit of an observation zone for us. So that's why like no sells here on the closure. We've already tapped our 4-hour support pretty nicely as well, and we got all these weak candles. So still waiting for potential buys above here, or a little bit of like maybe a bullish candle followed by another bearish candle, and then take the sells in this range here. That's going to be the better trade today, if not the best trade today.
The goal for the day should be, I'm looking forward to wait as long as I need to wait.
Yep, we're here
How
for it.
long
We're
can
here
I
for the
wait
hunt.
today?
Gotta love the
Yeah,
hunt.
exactly.
You really do. Hey,
Waiting to be convinced.
yo, Rafi, did you guys get smoked or what? Are you guys in igloos out there, or how's it looking?
Bro, it was like -30 this
Gee,
weekend.
did you get a
bro.
lot of snow or no?
Dang.
We didn't get snow. Well, we did. It was like half an inch,
Boo.
probably. I mean, not that much, but just crazy winds and crazy cold.
Gotcha. I see.
Sheesh.
How many trades do I take a day? I try to stick to like 1 to 3 trades a day. Yeah, usually 1 to 3 is like my sweet spot. I trade multiple sessions, so 1 to 3, 1 to 4, something like that. Let's take a look at TradeZella here.
When
One
you're-
sec. Let's see.
When you're really disciplined, 1 to 2 is sessions the vibe.
Yeah, I think 1 to 2 trades a day is pretty good, especially if you're just trading like one session. But I trade multiple sessions here, so I don't know. 1, 3, 2, 4. Whoa, 8. Don't judge me on that one. 1, 4, 1, 1, 2, 4, 2, 1, 3. So yeah, like 1 to 4 trades a day. That's about it. Don't need to go too crazy with it. I think that's a good spot to be, right? Because again, I personally don't believe the market gives 11 A+ setups a day. I don't know. I don't see it, right? So if you're taking 8, 9, 10, 11 trades a day, I mean, are you really taking A+ setups, or are you just in a way trying to get something done, right? One of your own preconceived goals, or are you actually trading like what's in front of you and according to your style of trading?
And yo, bro, like your mind can only hold and make so many important financial decisions in a day. Like can't be out here making 10 plus financial decisions. Like 1 to 3 is really, really good, right? Because you can concentrate better and make better decisions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Greens in the igloo.
Don't put too
My
much
goodness. Sheesh, bro. Okay, we're coming back up here now. So I still interested in the buys above here, right? So again, we just got to close back above, and looks pretty good. A lot of rejection here, so mine can only make 2 really good. Yeah, I remember Rajo would say the mine can only really make 2 or 3 very, very important decisions a day. So for whatever
That's basically what I just meant.
Yeah. I've only made Dominic
Yo,
in the
am I
building.
lagging?
You lagging?
Am I lagging a little bit or not?
No, you're good.
Oh,
On my
nice.
side, anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bet.
I think you're good.
Bet.
1 to 2 trades a day. I
You
did
guys
a
work
video on that,
this
and
weekend?
what'd you say?
What do you guys do this week?
This weekend, what did we do? We had Kingman's birthday on Friday. So we had we went to the park and hung out and did all that stuff. And then we just kind of continued the party on Saturday. Hung out. We watched the fights over the weekend. And yeah, that was pretty much it.
Lovely.
Yeah, I had to
Lovely.
get a couple
Yes.
things done. Did the webinar, all that. But other than that,
Yeah.
it was
You
pretty
had the
chill.
webinar. That was a good one. Yeah. Good weekend, man. Flew by.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much
Club-
did the same as well.
Clubhouse, what was your big yo, this is good. Clubhouse, what was your biggest takeaway? Anyone have a big takeaway from this weekend's webinar? I'm curious to hear. Talk to me. What a fight.
yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, what a fight. Gaethje and my man Patty. I think that was probably the best fight of the night, right? I mean, the other fights were
Patty
okay.
was
They
nice.
weren't that good. Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah, great fight.
That was a great fight, bro.
That
You
dude
like
Patty.
boxing?
The
You like
boxing,
boxing or just MMA?
not as much, to be honest. Like I
Yeah,
used to watch boxing a little bit more, but not as much anymore. Webinar was hot, baby. Mindset, yeah, mindset definitely. The battles within. What up, Garrett? Yes, sir. Of course, brother. Of course. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, Patty's a character, bro.
Bro, Patty's face is probably that dude was starting to look like an alien by the end of the fight. Gaethje's just
Very
too. I mean,
easy.
that boy just hits too hard. Like, I'm sorry.
The fact that he didn't get knocked out, bro, is hella respect, bro.
Bro, and the fact, like, Gaethje is one of my favorite fighters, but the fact that Khabib basically made that dude look like a little mouse being, like, just wrapped up by a boa constrictor is insane, right? But even Khabib said that Gaethje's, like, one of the hardest hits he's ever really got, so. Yeah, I like Gaethje.
Yeah, he punches hard for real.
The new champ, right?
Yeah, yep. Patty will come back though strong.
Yeah, that dude Patty's a beast. He'll be back.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yo, we got the Viking in the house, bro.
Oh yes, sir. The Vikings here.
Viking.
Patient waiting.
How you doing?
Patient waiting.
How you doing? Yeah, more rejection in the zone. Yep. Again, buys above are going to be valid here for us. Any sort of
Yeah, I like that.
longs here, I like them. So we'll see if we can get the closure above. I like the fact that we've got no top wick here. I like the fact that we have a nice wick to fill, right here as well, right ahead of us. So all this looks pretty good. $5,000, man. Who else looked at the gap up and was like 5,000? There it is.
Yeah,
I
so
looked that up.
I did that.
And I was like, jeez, there's nothing here for Asia today. Closed the iPad and went away.
That's
Damn.
what I did too.
I really like this. My biggest takeaway from the weekend webinar. This is an optimistic individual. This is somebody who looks at life in the glass with the glass half full, based off this comment here, right? He goes, biggest takeaway for me was, if you make money all week and then blow it on a Friday, what are you, gang? A loser? No. Here's what he said. He said, my biggest takeaway was, if you make money all week and then blow it on a Friday, you're on the right track. Boom. You see, that was a big takeaway for me, and something that really clicked with me is when I started winning Monday through Thursday and blowing it on Friday, I knew I had the technicals down. That allowed me to step into the next journey of the learning process, which was the opportunity to win mentally. Right, to win with my mind, right, and also like combine the technicals. So that was a major breakthrough for me. That was something that we went over, and I told the story about how that was a bit of a breakthrough, like for me in my trading career. And I'm glad that you took that was one of your biggest takeaways, because that's someone who's looking at life optimistically and truly on track, right? To go ahead and continue winning big. So that's it. The battle is in the mind now, right? You know the technicals. Now it's just about staying out of that 15-minute buy position, right? Because that's how it happens on a Friday. You're all green, and then you get in that, right? And then boom, wipes out all your green, and now price comes back up. So again, we talked about avoiding this trade here. It wasn't a technical thing, it was a mental thing, right? So once you start stepping into that next journey, or that next stage of the process where now you're starting to work mentally, it's you ever seen the quote, with our powers combined we are, what was it again, Captain Planet, right? Yeah, you become Captain Planet, gang, of your trading business. So you got to combine the two powers, man. So many people are just working on the technicals and thinking, well, if that technical thing doesn't work, then I'm going to go find another one, and I'm going to study this for 25 hours a day. We'll go ahead and study this for 25 hours a day. Like, what? Right? So it's like, you don't need too much tech. You need to work on the mind, on the mental game, on that side of the equation. Otherwise, you will just continue to strategy hop, wondering why you're putting in all the hours and not making any money. Nailed it, baby.
Yeah, guys that say, bro, I backtested 2 years worth of data in 1 hour. I'm like, wait, what? 2 years in 1 hour? Jeez.
I mean, every time I get close to a payout, I'm right there, but I've never gotten one yet. But I've backtested for the last 3.5 years. It's like, all right, well, maybe we need to look a little deeper into that, right? Maybe we need to find out what's the mental game looking like, right? Do you even know what you want? Do you even know why you're doing it, right? So once you begin to figure all that stuff out, the rest of it starts to flow. All right, we got a 15 closure coming up. Let's see how we do here in 18 seconds. I'll be honest, I may be waiting for 9:30 here. Yeah, I think so the inverted celery, it's not that it was a bad entry, it was just a bad timing, right? So what did I say? I said, hey, you know what? Every time I take a trade at 8:45, not always, but my data states that I lose more than I win, right? Because I know that in between that time, price can go either way, because you still have a 30 closure and a 1 hour closure coming up in 15 minutes, right? So it's like, what's the chances if you have an NY open candle, right, which is going to bring a lot of volume in, that it just keeps on keeping on at 8:45? Usually that's going to be that tiny little pullback to set up that next hourly candle, right? So it could be a little undecided during that time. Therefore, I tend to stay out, right? And just observe during that time. All right, so did we get a closure on the 15? We did. So let's see if we can get a lower wick here, and then I'm going to have a potential buy stop on the break of the highs. If I don't like what I see here on the lower wick, then I'll be forced to wait on the 30-minute closure. So we got to obviously go down, break the lows, give ourselves a bottom wick, and all that good stuff. You know. There we go. Okay, perfect. All right, I am going to have a buy stop here on Goldie. There we go.
That was quick.
On the break of the previous candle, so right around like 50.70 here. Wow, look at that.
What a push.
What a push.
That's exactly where we want to see it.
Yep. Now, any buyers that just got in here, right, unfortunately, most likely going to pay the price. So again, a lot of keep tabs on the liquidity, right? Certain things that I do during these sessions is I keep tabs on the liquidity. I want to know where it's at, when it's getting activated, when it's being used, where it's going, why, right, and all that good stuff. And then you can kind of anticipate where the rookie traders have gotten stopped out, or the emotional traders, and then look to execute after all that stuff has happened. So yeah, this looks pretty good now if we break those highs.
Yes, sir, it does.
Might have to lower my size a little bit though, being that we have
100 pip stops.
Yeah. It's either that or we wait. So might have to wait on the 30 just because the stops are too big. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Yep. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to wait on the 30-minute candle, 30-minute time frame. If this candle here closes above 50.67, that's my trade right there, and I'll be locking that in. So we'll wait on this 15-minute as it's got too big of a stop loss at the moment. Unless you want to really size down here, then just wait it out. Yeah, just wait it out. You gonna keep it, John, with the 100 pips?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it on a combine.
Yeah, maybe on a combine or something.
This is a combine trade for me.
Combine trade. Combine trade.
Combine because I can afford the drawdown, you know?
Exactly.
If it was my XFA, then no.
Yep. Are we doing a discount? Wow, good question. So, gang, so I was going to announce this later. We're officially moving the clubhouse over to WAP, right? So the goal with that is to get everything under one roof, make sure everything runs smooth, faster, more efficient for basically like member use. So because we're migrating over, we're going to do something we've never done before, something we'll never do again. So what we're doing is we're going to discount the clubhouse for probably the next 30 days. Yeah, so we're going to run a 30-day discount WAP, on our little transition here. So if you guys have been waiting on it, now's the time. It'll never happen again. It's the only time you'll ever see the discount. So keep that in mind. And yeah, if you check it out now, it's discounted already. So been discounted since last night. I just didn't say anything yet.
Hey, let's get it. About to get mine right now.
All the OGs, keep in mind, you guys are all grandfathered in, so don't worry about it. Like, obviously, you'll stay at your rate, even as we move over. So nothing changes for you guys, but it's just a simple transition. It's going to make everything much smoother, run so much better. Yeah, so discount going on for like 30 days or so. Take advantage of it. Take advantage. Yeah. Yo, Clubhouse too. When you guys watch the videos now, any video for that matter, it's going to be so nice. So nice. So crispy. Crispy.
Let's get it.
Yep. Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. We're going to help you handle the whole move over, the whole switch. It'll be done very, very smoothly. Yeah, we'll send you guys an email like a week before your renewal, and we'll give you the link to renew on and all that good stuff. My max lot size is usually like 4 to 5 on 100K. All right, it might get crazy here, gang. We're gonna break the highs here most likely on the 15, but again, that stop loss is what's kind of keeping me out of this now. A little bit too steep for my liking. So gonna have to really apply my patience here. Nobody wants in more than me, trust me.
Sure.
Whoop-dee. Yeah, so if you go on the site now and you go to register for the clubhouse, you'll see the discounted price. Yeah.
Johnny, you're in?
Nah, I'm not in.
You deleted or you're not in yet?
No, I'm not in yet.
Honestly, this will probably push.
I still got on my combine though.
That
But
this
not
could
in
push.
Yet, so.
This could certainly push here.
Maybe re-break here, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in now.
All right. Best of luck.
Thanks, bro.
It's a great idea. So like I like what John does because he's trading the structure itself. So I'm sure he's like, obviously it's only on a combine, lowering the size, but for me, for 100 pips, it's just not worth the trade, for me. But if I was on a combine, I'd probably take it. Close full at the Wickfill?
Yeah, close full. Yep.
There you go. W.
Robbing the bank.
30
Robbing
pips.
the bank. Yeah, 30
Quick
pips.
push. Quick push.
Quick push. Combine trade. Trying to pass this.
What are you risking? The combine.
It still made it. It still made a lot of sense, but the thing with the combine is I'm willing to be more aggressive for smaller moves that are going to compound to get me funded quicker.
Yeah, 100%. I probably
moves that make sense. Not moves that don't make any sense.
Yeah, I agree. I agree on the combine trade for sure.
Yeah, I held off on XFAs, so
yeah,
and lives.
Yep. You're welcome. Yeah, it's gonna be better. It's gonna be very, very smooth and efficient. Oh yeah. All right, we got 7 minutes, gang. So we are in the waiting seat here. We're in the batter's box, Rafi. We're in the batter's box.
Same, bro.
Timing up the picture right now. Just timing up. You already done the work. You've been training the mind and body. All we gotta do is wait.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I like 9:30 here. Closure, 30-minute closure looks good.
This is what's gonna look like. You are in the circle. There's 2 outs. There's runners on base. You're just waiting. That's it. This might be a last out, and you're gonna have to wait till next inning, or you come in with bases loaded, and then you do your thing.
There you go.
Yes, sir. Waiting for our opportunity here.
How much is a win for one trade? How much is a loss for one trade? Roughly, I'm like right around 1R. So if I risk 100, I make 100-ish. I think it's actually let me just check the actual numbers. The actual numbers are, I think it was like 1.1. So average winner is about 1,000. Average loser is roughly 850. So 1K and then 850. So right around 1R. Right around that 1R.
Yeah, it all depends what you risk too.
Exactly. Either way, I'm satisfied by not being in this trade again. 100 pip stops is just not really what I go for. So let's see what I'm looking for now is if this 30 can kind of stay down, leave us a wick. What we can do is we can look for the bottom wick on the next candle, right? So let's say that next candle comes to here. That's where our stop loss can sit, and then we can take the buy like that, and our trade will look something more so like this, right? Versus yeah, whoops. So what happened there? Wait, what happened?
Hey.
Top one. I don't know where that went. I don't know how that happened. So our trade will look something like, let's say we close right on my bad. Let's say we close right there, right? We look something like that. So we take the long position. We have a pretty good RR, right, while we're on the topic, and then we look to close some partials up here. So that'll be a much better trade idea for me versus this, where we have to do something like that, and then we have to do it like that, right? So yeah. If anything, we do it like this. Boom, boom. Bing, bang, boom.
Like another. Just wait on it.
Just wait on it. There you go. Yo, what? You guys are hilarious.
That's hilarious, bro.
Classic. Yeah, so right around 1R. So if you guys are like 1R traders, I mean, not bad. As long as you got a pretty good win rate, yeah, you're good.
Yep. The cool thing is it could be less than 1R. You can still make profits as long as you win a lot.
Sorry, gents. Please stop with the philosophies. Talk trading instead. No. See, you got to mix it. You got to mix. You got to mix and match. And you can't just talk trading, right? Hi, everyone. The RSI, MACD, candle closure. That's just boring, right? It's just so boring. Every other trading live stream does that. MACD, Fibonacci, blah, 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 the news, the blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just boring, right? So, like, when you can add more value, right? Because, again, trading is an on the desk and off the desk type of gig. So you need all of it. You need the philosophy. You need the mental hacks. You need the mindset training, right? You need the mindset training over the trading training in most cases to become successful, right? And I'm not talking about successful for like a day or a month, right? I'm talking about the whole entire year after year after year. You really need those mental talks, right? So they're very, very important. And again, most traders aren't covering those. So it sounds a little, whatever over here, but I mean, yeah, traders are breaking through, making 10 and 20 and 30 and that 40 and $50,000 a month. It's not because they got better at the technicals. Trust me, it's because of the philosophy stories, the mindset conversations, right? The becoming the best
Yeah.
version of you conversations. So yeah, you gotta really tune into them and pay attention. I know, like, sometimes, like, you guys ever like, oh yeah, everything but that, all right, yeah, I'll pay attention to everything but that, right? That was me for journaling. I'm like, yeah, I'll do everything else, but journaling, I don't need to do that. I'll be good, right? But again, that was the missing component to my trading, was the journaling, right? So sometimes, like, that mindset, right, that mentality is going to be the missing link to your success, not only as a trader, but just as an individual in life. So I think it's worthy of talking about, for sure. I think it's definitely worth it. And you can go to any live stream and learn how to trade, right? But can you learn how to be the best version of yourself? That's where we come in.
Yo, for real, bro, the winning principles and winning habits we talk about that we apply outside of life have only helped my trading. So I mean, yeah, it correlates into trading too, so it's going to help your trading as well.
Yeah.
Who you are as a person is who you are as a trader, right? So what you do off the charts is what you'll be doing on the charts. So it's important that we talk about what happens off the charts as well.
Definitely.
And also, there's a bunch of other boring live streams on YouTube. Why don't you just go watch some of those, and just get off this one?
Yeah, because this is what we do here. We talk philosophy. Yeah. We talk, all that type of stuff. So, all right, 1 minute on the closure, but we do get busy. I'll tell you that. We do get to work. When it's time to work, we work, right? We could be mid-conversation about why the moon is where it is and why, but then boom, okay, forget about that. Buy stops here. Let's lock it in. Stops will be here. Break even will be here. Partials here. Full T. Like, we know how to get it done, right? So we can easily flip very, very quickly and turn that switch when it's time to work. The moon. You see the moon. We'll be talking moon conspiracies. All of a sudden, we get the closure. Hey, guys, all right, 29 seconds. Everyone, chill. So it's okay. If you can get it done, you get it done.
Like right now, locking in.
Yeah. Anyway, let's lock this in here. Let's see. We got a 30 closure. We got 9:30 coming up. You got a 4-hour candle moving back into the range here. Let's see how we close up on the 1 hour. We got the 30 minute. We got the 1 hour previous high sitting right there as well, which will most likely be our entry if we close too high here. So let's see how we do. All right, perfect. So let's see if we can get a bit of a lower wick. That's not going to do it for me. We can see if we can get a little bit of a lower wick, and then rebreak of the highs looks fantastic. All right, 64 pip stop. So yeah, I think that's gonna be my play here. If we could re-break the low maybe once, just nip it, that'd be awesome. If not, yeah, that'll be good. Not too far though, Goldie, not too far.
What do you think of that support level?
I like us closing back in there. So my anticipation is that this candle could potentially close back in that range.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
930 volume. Yeah.
Yeah, so with the volume, we can push that 4-hour candle all the way back up. I'm really looking for that top wick there. If we can tap into that zone right there, I'm going to be taking pretty much full right there.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can get activated here. A lot of volume coming in. I can see it. I can see it.
Smell it.
1 hour re-break of the highs here too. If we push too far though, unfortunately, we put ourselves back in the same position we were earlier.
Yeah, close to 100 pips again.
Do we need a second range to make the buy? No, not necessarily.
I love 100 pips. Stop loss.
We need the volume. That's what we really need. All right, this should do it. A re-break of that high should get us going here. This might be a quick one too here, chat. Might be a quick one. I might have to size down here to 2. Oh. Whoa! Just missed.
Getting scary, bro.
All right, here we go. So let's see if we can get up towards, I'd say 86 here. Somewhere up towards 86, and that'll be the move for me. Yeah. Wanted to go a little smaller here on my size, but it's okay. In skeet. All right, my stop's going to be below the lows here. So below those 30-minute lows, 15-minute lows. Let's see if we can hold strong. Can we hold? Take us up, Goldie. Take us up. Right now, what I'm looking at is this candle's top wick right here. This is what I want. This is where I'm trying to get to. So if we can get there, respect that low, re-break the highs, that should be no problem for Goldie. Keep in mind we are trading in the 4-hour range, so just keep that in mind on a Monday. So all that is on my mind here too. Keep it simple. Yeah, keep it simple. You know, playbook trade, playbook position, 930, high volume, break of the highs. Yes, sir. Stops are a little wider than I would like, but you can't get it perfect all the time.
Yep. Got stop loss for a reason.
Yep. All right. Well, there's our re-break. Let's see if we can move ourselves up towards really this high up here. So my top step accounts, I'm taking profits up at 89 if we can get there. Top one, I got my consistency rule right here at 11. I think it's 1100, right? Dun, dun, dun. My real TP is so this is the most I can make on this account is 1100, but my top step TP is going to be up at like 93. Yeah, so that's way up here. No consistency rule on top step, so that's what allows me to hold it longer. This one I have a consistency rule at 1100, so that's why I got to take it there. We want to see us break this wick over here to the side. We haven't done that yet. Once we do that, we should run straight up towards 88. You mean? Let's see.
Yes, sir. Job's finished.
Job's done, yep.
Let probability do its job now.
Yeah, we got volume here, so just give it some time. Boom, boom, boom. Project X to Tradeovate. Today is a rest day. Oh, nice. Okay, so yeah, are they doing some of the migration today over to Tradeovate? What is today? The 26th? Yeah, we got we just got a couple days now till
February.
Yeah, a couple days now till they do that.
Yeah. I just realized too, like it's the last week of January here.
Yep.
Yeah. First month already flying by.
True. All right, Goldie. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale.
Don't forget to breathe.
Clubhouse is funny.
We know to breathe here in the clubhouse.
I can't breathe. Oh, snap. So basically when I hit 84, I'm going to obviously close the full position here if we hit that. But what I'll do on my other account is that's where I'll go break even. So other account goes break even at 84 in hopes that we can get up towards like 89, even up to 93-ish. And yeah, and that's my plan.
Comes your push.
All right, let's see. Okay, I think that'll be full TP, yeah? Or I'm going to go break even. That'll be full TP here. And then I'm going to move stops to break even on this guy and see if we can keep moving for the long haul here. Great trade. Good trade.
Love it.
Should be off to the races. Let's see if we can get that partials on top step. But all is good, all is well. Happy Monday. We're up a G here, and we're pushing towards our partials right over here as well. Can we get it? Can we get it? Can we wick up for that top wick? All right, I'm gonna take partials right there on top step. Take them, take them. Boom, and stops there at break even, and yeah, that is that, my friends. Another one. Another one, another one. Congratulations. W trade.
Let's get it. You're always getting paid to follow the play, bro. On the trades you take and the trades you don't take.
Always. So let me mark that up here. Oops. Come on, Goldie. Keep pushing for us. Oops, my bad. Nice trade. All right, I got full TP right there on top step. So my partials have been closed there. And now we wait. See, when you don't have a consistency rule, it's a little bit different.
But still,
but yeah, amazing. Great job.
You're going to take some profits.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, 100%.
Without consistency rule.
Exactly, exactly. But yeah, let's let this play out for a minute, and then we will see how we could break it down and all that good stuff. Come on.
The outcome never mattered. It was always.
It really didn't.
Doing the job that mattered here.
Yep. It really didn't, and it still doesn't. You know, I'm just gonna let this thing cruise. I'm actually a little upset because I took two of my accounts off the copier just to split them up a little bit, and yeah, that's okay. I made that decision earlier, so
screw it.
Gotta live with it. Gotta live with it.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I guess we could watch here for the moment. See if we can keep pushing.
It's a beautiful thing.
Can we keep going? All right, great trade, everyone. Great trade. All stops should be at break even now, and yeah.
Everyone should take some profits too.
Yeah, take some profits. Look, I mean, look, this was the main goal right here, right? That was the goal. So now that we've done that, we can very easily begin to reject here. So I'm going to move my stops and profits slightly.
The problem, the problem with traders, and this used to be me, is, bro, how are you going to work 6 to 8 hours and get paid little pay and then make double that in a trade and not take anything? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yep.
So put it to perspective. I think it's very important to pay yourself, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, my stops are in profit. I'm sitting $430 in profit after the closures. 43 pips. There we go. Perfect. So beautiful. 69 pips on the nose there as we reject off of this no top wick, or no top wick here. So amazing read here. We obviously wanted it from down here, but we didn't want to sacrifice our 100 pips for that move, right? So we waited for a little bit of a better idea, slight worse entry, like, you know what I mean, price wise, but still with the volume coming in, it's able to continue to get the job done. So 1,600 times 3 plus another 1,000, not too shabby. Yeah, about another 5. I think that's back to back 5-6K days here for me. So we're on a roll now, gang.
Savage.
Now we're heating up. So good work. Good work.
I'm glad I'm learning from you, bro.
I forgot the Viking was here too earlier.
Yeah, man, he is.
He was. I seen. Is he?
Oh, he said some.
You did, but then I completely lost track.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, good trade. W. I would have got break even there, so I'm happy that we did move that stop into profit, and that's that. Kingston's here. Yes, sir. Of course we took that. No, Brother, it was 100 pip stops at 9:15. I had to wait for 9:30, buddy.
But then we had 100 pip stops again, buddy.
but it was 9:30.
But it was 9:30 this time.
So it doesn't matter. Whatever happens
yeah.
at 9:30, we it stays at 9:30. You know what I mean?
Right, it came in, bro. We don't care about pips, bro. We care about structure.
Oh man. Say hi, everyone. You see John and Rafi. You want to say hi?
What's going on, champ? Happy birthday.
Tell them all about your birthday and how amazing it went and all that good stuff.
Man's a big boy now.
Yeah.
Big boy. Yeah, big boy now.
All right. Yeah, we'll go over the trade in just a moment. Just a moment.
Your pop's just making bread, bro.
Bro, we just made like another 5K. You happy about that?
Man's
Yeah,
bringing in the
good.
donuts.
We're bringing in the donuts, Kingston. Tell them we're bringing in the donuts.
Yeah, I looked at it.
Tell them louder.
I don't want.
Yeah.
Tell Uncle John because he's sitting right there.
I don't.
All right, say bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Gotta go back now.
Hey, Tavia. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, if you didn't take the trade because of the stop loss, that's understandable. But I think, like, not taking the trade just because of the L in London, I don't think that matters. I think, it's still important to follow the plan and take trades, even if you lost your last trade, right? Like, the outcome of the last trade should never matter. It should always be, on to the next best trade and just focusing on executing according to your plan. I think with the stop loss, maybe you could have sized down a bit. That's what I did on the move before it. I just sized down because the stop loss was big, focused on structure, traded my edge according to the structure, and that's it. So, yeah, that's kind of my thoughts, but yeah.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with staying out of a trade either. I mean, if there's certain conditions that don't fit your plan, like
Hi.
maybe the risk for your stop loss, so that's fine. Nothing bad can happen to you in trading if you stay out of the market. So
Literally. Literally.
let me know if you have any other questions on top of that feedback.
Let's go.
Okay, yeah, that's fine, Tavia. Like I
W
said, next
donuts.
time,
Hold on, John, stop.
if just size down according to the stop loss and just trade structure over pips for next time. But W.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, shall we go over this trade? You guys ready? Quick little breakdown. Okay, let's do this. What do you want, Boogie? Say hi. Okay, just you can say hi to him. Say hi, Uncle John.
Hi, Uncle John.
All right.
Hi, Lily.
Hi, Lily.
All right, say peace.
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 Say it, go ahead.
I
Go do your
don't.
push-ups. Damn, the Viking's still not here.
Axel wants to say hi today. Say hi,
Oh.
Axel. Hey.
Little guy.
He's
What's
here.
going on, champ?
He's ready. His first view of the markets. Take a look, my
Axel.
boy. Take a look.
Bro's got some gangster names.
Okay, yeah, I will. All right. Anyways, let's talk about the trade here. Let's go over it and let's explain why we took this, why it made sense, and why it made sense when it did. So, moving over to let me just really the 4-hour chart is where it all began. So, you have this 4-hour candle. Okay, so first of all, gold extremely bullish, right? Extremely bullish, right? So you have this 4-hour candle that when we got to the desk here, meaning when we started this live stream today and we did our breakdown, we seen that this 4-hour candle had moved down, right? That it had filled the wick, and that it was, kind of rejecting out of there. So, like John said, he's like, did you really mine that level over there? And my response was no, because I believe that this candle here is going to drive back into the range, right, and close back above most likely on the 4-hour chart and on that 30-minute chart. So the bias all comes from the 4-hour tapping target. Okay, so today's trade, the whole beginning start of it all with the analysis is targets tapped, right? So at that point now we're not really looking for sells, right? We're too bearish. We've moved quite a bit already. We're not looking for sells down here. What were we looking for sells? If we can get a pullback, right, and a resistance and then a sell. If not, then we wanted to see some sort of closures back above the range so we can go ahead and take a buy, right? So 1 hour close below. Too easy to anticipate the fake out here, right? Clubhouse, anyone see this coming? If you've seen this coming here today, congratulations, you are getting more and more fluent in the market, more and more fluent, right? So anticipating the 1 hour fake out, we already tapped target again, right? We never broke the 1 hour lows. We rejected out of 57. If you look at the 30-minute also has rejections from 57 here as well. If we look left, it's here, and then it's also right in front of us there. So what we were looking for was the potential for a 30-minute closure above this overall range. Now, ideally, the lower the better, right? So I would have loved to get a candle closing here. But again, you can't always get what you want in life, right? So we were not able to get that. We tried to move down on the 15, right, and maybe get something here. This was the 9 a.m. candle, so this was the move that we let go, right? But look, we knew it, right? We were on top of this down here, waiting for that closure. So once we got the closure, what did we do? We waited for a lower wick, and then once we got that lower wick, what did I do? Buy stop, right? Then this lower wick went too far for my liking, so the deal was not matching what I wanted, right? So I have to negotiate at that point and say, hey, if you're going to give me a 100 pip stop loss, then I'm not going to take that entry, and I'm going to stick to that, right? So what do? Delete, right? We delete it. We let this go. Price does move up. Our idea does play out, but we don't quake. We don't get FOMO. We don't act like little kids and little babies and newbie traders and rookies and all that, right? What do? We say, hey, no worries. We got volume coming in. 930 still upon us, right? We might make the move at 915 if we break the highs, which obviously we do. And then we wait on the 30 closure, right? So we wait on the 30 closure. We say, okay, if we can close and leave a wick, then we have a really good shot at coming up to 87, right, to give that candle a top wick. So what do? We close above 67, right? That's our fake out on the 30. Good. It's also going to lead into our fake out on the 1 hour, and then we take our trade. So a little bit higher than we would have liked, right? Unfortunately, we wanted it down here. We couldn't get it to up here, but it still made a lot of sense where price can come up and give that candle a top wick, and that's so we can close our partials. So with volume coming in, we understand on the break of these highs, we should get the push we're looking for to get that opportunity fairly quickly too. And that was it, so we snagged partials here, and then the full TP sits up here, and who cares if we get there or not, right? We already closed 80% of our position at 60 pips. I can care less whether or not I get there. So what do? I just move my stop from here to here, and then I got hit in profit a little bit. But overall, that was enough to get the job done. Clean correlation when it comes to the 4-hour time frame, right? Anticipating that this candle comes like a vacuum, like right back into the range. The 1 hour fake out anticipation was on the money as well. 30-minute looked good with the fake out. 15 again, would have loved to get us an entry here at 50.70. Tried to, but again, didn't want to sacrifice that 100 pips in that situation. Once 930 came along, it tend to work out a little bit better. We didn't have 100. We only had 86 pip stops. Yeah. Come on, you guys said we had 100 pip stops. 86. All right. So at 930, look, it makes the condition of the market just a little bit better. I'm a little bit more confident. I'm a little bit more trusting my data that we'll get that, that opportunity to tap into that zone if it's 930. So again, if that would happen at 930 today with the 100 pip stops, I may have been interested in that too, right? But that was 915, and I want to give myself a shot at the best trade of the day. So I think that was it, and yeah, look at that. Hasn't really pushed through this high at all. So glad we took our partials there, and that's the trade. That'll get it done for us today.
What's up?
Any questions? And if you don't like the RR sometimes, I mean, it is what it is. Like I was saying on Friday, I don't necessarily trade RR on every trade. Like on the individual trades, I look at my RR from the bulk, from the accumulative total of trades, right? So that's kind of what doesn't keep me out sometimes, like especially when the volume's high.
Price action's king. So RR is irrelevant to price action, you know.
Yeah.
And price action is subjective, so you kind of gotta flow with it. You gotta go based off what it wants to do.
Yep.
Could be different.
So yeah, so that's it. I mean, that's that, right? So John, so you see what I'm saying? How I was like anticipating that this candle actually closes back in that range.
Yeah.
Right, which it will likely do that in the next 6 minutes here, and then this basically chalks the entire rest of the day. Right now, if you close back in here, you're almost done for the rest of the day because you'll almost just range now, right? So that could very well happen here. Head and shoulders, head, shoulders, knees and toes, I don't know, man. Yeah. Not so much though, right? Yeah, no. Head and shoulder for sells, right? I don't know. I like price action better. Yeah, I guess you can say there's a head and shoulders, yeah, for sure. You got a shoulder here, you got a head here, you got another shoulder here. Well, you don't have the shoulder yet, do you? Right? Because I believe for head and shoulders, you need like a bearish closure now, right? To like complete the shoulder, kind of like over here. So yeah, you don't have that yet. So maybe when you get that, then you could enter at the neckline and, you know, all that good stuff. I'd be knowing a little bit. Head and shoulders. And you could even like run the fib.
All I know is too is that I got into trading for money, but really I got into it for freedom, and I made enough here today to live a day of freedom. So I'm gonna rob the bank and call it.
Facts. I like that. How much you make today, John?
Yeah, you robbed the bank twice, bro.
Yeah.
Outside of the combine, what'd you
Stay
make?
out of trouble, man.
A G here today.
A G. Anyone else 20 years old could use a G a day? That's outside of the combine.
Facts, bro. Outside of the combine, yeah.
Not bad. John, you could probably live most of the month off of that one trade right there. Maybe half the month.
Oh, yeah, bro. Definitely, bro.
If you really wanted to.
My rent costs like a little more than that.
Me, I can't even live the rest of the day off of that. So I got to make like $5,000 a day. Yeah, because I got all these kids.
For real.
I get a steak. I get a $60 steak. I got to buy 6 of them. So
Yeah,
I need
bro.
a little bit more.
I only got to buy 2, so.
There you go.
I think I'll wait a couple more years to buy multiple steaks, you know, at once.
All right. In other news, it is snowing here in the northern hemisphere part of the... What is that? Is that a GT3 RS? Oh, no. What is that? RT?
Yo, Nick, we're about to get some cold here too, bro.
I hope not Wednesday, because I'm trying to golf. Or Tuesday or Wednesday.
I know, but it's good here today. Very warm, but tomorrow in the morning time for New York session, it'll be in like the 30s. It says.
Yee. Good thing I'll be here and not on my way to a job to go work for some other guy.
Oh yeah.
For a lousy paycheck.
Sure.
I'll be nice and cozy. Probably have a hoodie on tomorrow with
bro.
the heat on, and yeah, be working from right here.
I'll join you in that, bro.
Okay, let's review this trade. Yeah, I think it's a good trade. So I just personally didn't want to take the sell here because I wasn't really I was kind of treating this more so as an observation zone, but the trade did work out. I think this was a little while ago, right? Yeah, this was like I think this was 9 a.m. Yeah, it was. So yeah, I don't think it was a bad trade. I think it was a nice breakout. You had the liquidity grabbed up here, right, from all the buyers trying to get in there, and then you got a nice clean closure below. Notice how we just went straight down, rejected though, and headed back up. So a little bit of a dangerous trade, not because of the pattern or the candles, but just because of where we were location wise on the 4-hour chart. It's a little dangerous down there. So other than that, like, it looks beautiful, right? This is a kind of like a pattern that you want to look for, and you know, you get the break of the highs here. That means all the buyers are activated. So any big push down here is going to stop all those buyers out. So that's why that trade probably moved fairly quickly for you, and then just kind of jumped back up there. So yeah. So by the way, anyone who's not taking a base hit here, gets stopped out, right? On the next candle pretty much. So a way to take your base hit at the bottom of the range, and yeah, it looks pretty good to me. Just keep in mind, like, if I can pick on the trade just a little bit and criticize it a little bit, it would just be a little dangerous in that 4-hour zone down there. But other than that, great trade. Way to pull the trigger.
Hey, yo, not gonna lie though, too. It's like if you did take it, you probably could have managed it better. You probably could have went break even. The way I'm looking at it is that it looked like it wicked right into that support to the left.
Yeah, right here.
So it's like, no. Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about the buy because.
Oh, what buy?
But this is a sell, so never mind, bro.
What?
Because I guess I was looking at someone else in the chat.
Oh, you're looking at a different picture. Oh,
they took the buy here on the 15-minute. It's the same picture, but they took the buy. Remember, you were like, "Don't take the buy." 8:45.
Yeah. You see,
so
both.
Like, if you did take that, it's like you could have managed the trade better too if you did take that trade.
Yeah, you see how they're both playbook setups, right? Yet one works and one doesn't, or both of them don't, or both of them do. Again, so it's more than just the pattern, right? Or the candles. Yeah. It's the zones. It's the correlation of the time frames. It's the news, believe it or not, sometimes, right? And then there's also some intuition, right? Like, but again, from a technical standpoint, it's more than just inverted celery, right? What time is it, right? Because by the way, everything looks so clean on this inverted celery to me, outside of the fact that it was 8:45, right? And the 4-hour was a little confused. And what about 8:45 that I don't like? Nothing. It's just my data says you're more likely to lose at 8:45, and you're less likely to win, or you're more likely to win if you wait for the 1-hour closure at 9, right? So almost all my profits happen from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. every day. So why would I settle for an 8:45 trade when the data states it doesn't work too well anyway? And if I just wait a little longer, I'm likely to get a big W, right? So does that make sense? So again, everything worked really good. Everything looked really good, but we just weren't ready yet, right? And again, I know 8:45 a lot of times is used for this, right? Because again, most people are going to think, hey, last 15, let's make the move. But they don't realize that the 4-hour is really confused, and it doesn't know, does it want to go up or down or up or down? So it takes that time here while it's in the targeted area to grab liquidity. Late sellers, early buyers, late sellers, early buyers, and then boom, right? That flushes out everything, and then a nice clean move goes back into the range, just like the move we got. So it's all about being fluent, right, in the markets here. And again, this takes time, right? This takes time. It takes, the willingness to learn, you know what I mean? Like, and not just show up and look for like a trading signal. If you look for a trading signal, you'll never, and I mean never, catch on to what I just pointed out to you.
And that just shows too how like much intuition has to come into play of being a great trader, as well as we can have an idea. All 3 or 4 of us have an idea and all get completely different results, and all make completely, different types of results on that specific trade long term, right? So it's like that intuition's everything, really.
Yep.
Inner guidance, really.
Yes, sir. What up, Archie? Welcome, brother. Welcome. Good to have you in there. Go to the Discord announcements channel and just sign up for the Zoom link. If you have any issue at all, we have people on standby. You can email us info@timetoeattrading.com and we'll get it all set up for you. But if you can, just go to the Discord, go to the announcements channel, just follow the instructions there, and then you'll be in right away. By the way, once we officially move over to WAP or WHOOP or whatever it is, there will be it'll be instantly. So immediately you will have all the access that you need. So that's another big reason why we want to do that, is so that way we don't have people sitting around waiting for an hour, waiting for a half hour, right, to get their link approved, even though it hasn't been, much of a problem, but we still want to make sure it's done instantaneously. Okay, look at that. So full TP hit, my friends. Partials was hit. Notice how we struggled at partials, right? And then we struggled at TP. So that's how you know your levels and your ranges are on point, that wherever you're looking at, look at this. We had the struggle here. We rejected it. And then boom, we pushed up here, and now we're rejecting. So amazing read here today. Once again, congratulations, especially if you're catching on and you're starting to follow along pretty well. Really, really good job, my friends. Seriously.
Yes, sir. Another day of just getting the reps in, you know?
Yep.
If we practice the winning habits today, then tomorrow our winning habits are gonna be even more stronger than they are today. So W for getting the reps in.
Yeet.
We've just strengthened our muscles.
Repetition. So who's got any life-changing questions? Anyone? What can we talk about? What now? What do you do now when you hang around and you sit around and you make your, let's say, last job's month salary in a matter of minutes? What do you do now?
I'll tell you what you do, Nick.
Talk to me,
You go
John
enjoy
Jones.
a nice day of freedom, brother.
It's Monday. Maybe we get out to the putting range today, or maybe we go hit some. Maybe we go to the driver range or something.
I'm down for hoops. I'm down for the driving range. I'm down for pickleball.
I think pickle.
Whatever,
I think pickle
bro.
might be in our best interest.
No, bro. Not pickle. Mickle, G.
Mickle. I'm sorry.
We don't freaking pickle, dog.
That's true. We don't pickle anymore.
We only mickle, fam.
Oh man, it's so
Yo,
funny.
Lucas, thanks for reminding me, bro.
Facts. Damn, almost slipped on that.
You did,
Oh,
bro.
nice. Let's go. You and your dad have been watching. That's beautiful. I love there's so many father-son combos here. There's even mother-sons. It's what a blessing it is that you can feel comfortable bringing your kids here or even bringing your parents here. Like, you know, any 20-year-old, 25, 30, the last thing you guys want to do is be hanging out with your parents, right? And, you know, getting them around your friends. So to have an environment where you feel comfortable enough to either bring your kid or to bring your parent, that really says a lot about the machine we got going here and the community and just how welcoming everyone is and pure. And it's just what a blessing it is to see family members, right, going at it together. And again, my chant has always been, let's create more and more family victories from this live stream here. So it's just so cool to see you guys working together, coming together, working together. I mean, you don't see that too often. So congratulations, boys and girls, and keep on, you know, putting your family on and doing things together. They want us apart. Keep that in mind.
Bro.
That's why they want us in different bedrooms right away, and then they want us, and they need the kids to get out and go to college, and then they need them to get into another home and live into another state. No, we need families staying together, working together, right? Really, really build your family bank. Like, we might get canceled for this, but build your freaking family bank, build your family trust, build your family credit line, get skills going on in your family, help some of your families out, right? Like to skill up a little bit. And let's just keep on keeping on, man.
Facts, dog. That's a W, man. You know, like if my mom or dad traded, I would think that would be pretty
Legacy.
sick. One time I sent my dad over a Raja live stream, bro started quaking like immediately within 2 minutes. So that's a massive W for real.
Okay, I could see him yelling at, "You're an idiot!" And if your dad's here today, he's an idiot too. For whoa! How did you know my dad was here today? He's an idiot just for having you as a son. Whoa, my goodness!
Yeah,
Wow!
bro.
Stop yelling at me.
I made a mistake.
Oh, snap. How to not confuse winning with greed. Winning happens naturally. Greed is forced, right? Winning falls right into your lap. You do the work in when the lights are off, and you get rewarded when the lights are on. That's how winning is done, right? So winning is earned, and a lot of times when it's earned, again, it falls right into your lap. It happens very naturally. Greed, you know you're pushing the buttons, right? You know you're pushing the gas a little bit more than you should. We all come to that point where we know we're being a little greedy, yet we continue to move in that direction anyway. So winning happens naturally through the work ethic and all the good stuff that we talk about. Greed is always forced upon. You know, in order to be greedy, you're going to need to want more. So that means you're already going to have something. So that means you're going to want more of that, right? When maybe you shouldn't, right? Maybe you should be content with where you're at with that win, quote unquote, right? So again, nothing wrong with winning. It's just when you're trying to win more and more for no reason, that's where like kind of greed comes in.
Like greedy right now, greedy would be trying to get more.
Yeah.
Like
Take another
like
position.
trying to take another trade right now. You know, winning is just taking your win and calling it a day.
Yeah. The broker difference is messing up my trading view a little bit. Futures, what to do? I would just commit to one. So either commit to the futures or commit to the forex one, right? When I was in that position, that was confusing me. Like I'd get a closure above on futures, but not on forex. So therefore, when you're confused, what do? Nothing, right? You just confuse. So you stall. You don't do anything. So you got to make a decision. And the decision has to be, am I going to watch futures and analyze all futures and execute all futures, or am I going to analyze the forex market and execute off the forex market, right? So I would pick one, make it firm decision, and then that's it. Stick with one and then make all your executions and your analysis off that one side. And again, if you're going to take the trade, like if you're going to analyze the futures and execute off the futures, then when you execute on futures, execute on forex. But don't look at forex and say, oh well, you know, it has no top wick there, or right? Just pick one way and stick to it. How you going to copy trade on Trade-O-Vate? I don't know if I will. I'm not copy trading right now, so like on my instant funded account. So I'm copy trading on Top Step, but they're using Project X, you know, so I don't know. There's a few like copy trading platforms that we can use, so I gotta have to look into them.
We're gonna have to watch a YouTube video or something.
Yeet. With the strategy. What made you go with this strategy? Was it Raja trading it live, seeing results? Yeah. It was just a little bit more understandable. Like I'm no dummy, but I'm also not the smartest guy in the world, right? So I look for simplicity if I'm going to do anything. So I think one of the smartest things about me is that I can simplify things. So I look for simplicity no matter what it is that I do, whether it's trading or any area of life. I try and take something complicated and kind of get it to its most simplest form. So I seen Raja really simplify the strategy, and it made a lot of sense to me, especially when he talked about sticking to 1 to 2 trades a day and kind of, you know, waiting for a specific pattern or a specific move, getting in, getting out. Like it just resonated with me. So I decided to do the work right in that area or in that strategy. So it matched with my personality. It resonated with me. It was simple. And then for those reasons, I decided to commit, right? And then obviously I had to do a lot of work on the back end to be where I am today and kind of understand the markets. But still, you know, that time was going to go by anyway. I wanted to commit to something, and this just made the most sense to me. Peace out, Lucas. Later.
Peace, bro.
Yeah, doing a lot of over trading and revenge trading. So you probably have the technical, so it probably goes back to what we talked about earlier. You have the technicals down, you just don't have the mind down, right? You haven't mastered the mental part of the game. And you don't need to master it, right? Because I haven't mastered it. You just have to move forward with it. So you got to progress, right? Progression isn't knowing everything. It's just getting better day by day. So what you have to do now is clearly, you know what you're doing technical wise, but now you got to believe in yourself, man. You got to believe you can do it, right? You've only taken one payout, you've lost 20 accounts, you get near. That tells me there's something in your mindset that has to, you know, accept the fact that you're a winner, right? That you have been putting in the work, that you know what you're doing, and you deserve to win. So I think you should just give yourself a big old hug, a big old look in the mirror, a big old smile, and say, brother, let's get to the money, right? We've been training ourselves for all this time, even though our friends haven't done this, even though our parents haven't done anything like this, even though we've only seen people succeed on the internet. If they could do it, I can do it, right? And you really got to believe in yourself. It doesn't matter if your friends have not amount to anything, or your parents or your relatives or the people in your town or your city or your state. You can do it, right? You can do it. So you just got to believe in you. I love what Q said. He said, you know, you got to be the first person to believe in you. And all of a sudden things begin to click there. So I would say, you know, just try and grow personally in your own self-image and
accept
the reward, brother.
The cool thing too about you is like you know what makes money because you got to pay out, and you know what doesn't make money because you've blown like over 20 accounts, right? So
Yep.
now in a game where consistency is what gets rewarded, now you just got to stay consistent with what actually makes money, bro.
And I want you to think about in the morning, something good's going to happen to you today. Something good's going to happen. Only good things happen when you make the right decisions, right? So accept the fact that you're the luckiest guy on planet Earth, right? You woke up today, you got a great community, you got a great system, you have a lot of education, you've got experience. Man, only great things can happen to you today, right? So you just got to perceive it that way.
That's more powerful than the technicals, literally.
Yep. Like if you can come to understanding that right there in a moment's time, because all it does is take a moment in a way to shift that paradigm, right? And then once it's shifted, that will put in more work for you than the 2 years of learning technicals ever could. Yes, you're welcome, my friend. You're welcome. You could do this. We believe in you. And if you don't believe in you, just understand that I believe in you, right? So just believe in me that I believe in you, because I know if anyone's done this for 2 years and they've gotten a payout once, they could do it again. And again, just like John said, you know what to do, and you know what not to do, right? So study your data, see what takes away the money, see what causes that, what emotion triggers that action to go ahead and oversize or overtrade, and then work on that. Work on that. What did success in trading cost you that no one talks about? Just all my time and attention for a season. And that's the cool part, for a season. And I was willing to do that for a season, right? But I wasn't willing to bang my head up against the wall for my entire life. So I had to get it done. You know, I knew I had a window, and I wanted to take advantage of that window, right? So it took a lot of my time, a lot of my attention, you know, all that stuff. So you basically give your life sometimes to the cause, right, of what you want. And it really was, I wasn't giving it to freedom. I mean, I wasn't giving it to trading. I was giving my time and attention to freedom, right? Trading just happened to be the vehicle. Trading just happened to be the niche, right? I would have done it in any other niche. It just, for me, it just happened to be in trading. But yeah, man, it costs you everything. But then it returns with much, much, much more. So it's beautiful. I think I lost
like a perfect answer, bro.
I think I lost 30 G's to really learn how to trade, and that money was made back years ago. So everything is house money now, right? At this point, like everything is in the green now. I mean, that 30 grand, I made that 4 years ago, right? I made all that money back. So let's say that the first 3 years of my trading, lost like 30 grand trying to learn. The very next year, you know, by like the halfway through the year, I was up over 30 grand, right? So you'll come to find out that once the skill set is in, now you're going to make your money back plus some. So it's something worth committing to and worth dedicating and, you know, sacrificing time and energy and sleep. And, you know, how many movies, John, did you guys watch upstairs that I didn't watch, right? How many times did you guys go somewhere maybe and I just stayed home and studied, right? So, I mean, it was worth it to me.
Definitely, bro. Separation.
It's an investment in your future. That's what it is, you know, and whatever, regardless how many accounts you've lost or whatever, it's just an investment as long as you don't quit.
Yeah.
Everything at the end of the day is going to compound. You need
Compound,
the losses,
right.
you need the pain, you need all of it. You cannot have it without it, you know, because once you start winning, once you start seeing that, man, you know, it was worth it. Mm-hmm. Every fighter has gotten punched in the face in order to become a world champ. So just keep going, just keep pushing.
Where did I learn? I learned in Barnes and Noble and in my dad's basement downstairs.
You know, I just wanted to say as well, like, also another way to think about this too, and it's very true. And like, maybe I'm just thinking about this because I was in high school at the moment, but bro, people go to college to pay to learn a skill. The way I view trading is like, okay, cool, then I'm just gonna pay. I'm gonna look at my losses as just fees for this tuition on how to learn how to trade. So I'm just gonna lose money and to learn how to trade. Just like I'm gonna pay this college how to teach me how to be good at this profession or skill set. You know, it's really the same thing as well. You gotta pay the fee to learn the lessons, man, to get the knowledge, to get the value out of it. Value for value,
do.
really.
Yeah, you do. You really do. And again, you could do all the hard work. I watched a interview with Tony Robbins and Alex Hermosi, and like the point of the interview was that Alex Hermosi was extremely successful, but he couldn't find joy, right? In a way, he's still happy. He's still, obvious, but he had no emotion. He had no true, he had the head, but he didn't have the heart, right? And I just watched Tony Robbins just coach this multi-millionaire. Like this, if you want to watch a good interview today, this is a high level mentorship call. I think this interview was supposed to go one way, and it just completely went the other way. And it was really just Alex Hermosi trying to learn and pick Tony Robbins' brain and listening to what he was saying, because Tony Robbins was saying, bro, like, you're all in. You're not afraid to do the work. You're not afraid to run the systems, but you're not enjoying any of this. So what is and Tony Robbins, if you guys listen, what did he do? He got Alex Hermosi to really figure out his why and what exactly he wanted and why he wanted that. And it brought Alex Hermosi back to a point in his life where his whole entire life changed when he looked at his bank for the first time and he seen $100,000 in the bank. I'll tell you, it's a liberating feeling, right? Where he said that was the moment where life changed, because he said, from $100,000 to $1 million in the bank, life really didn't change that much. I had already kind of got to a certain breakthrough. So what he wanted to do is he wanted to help other men. This is what it really boiled down to for Hermosi, right? Is he wants to help 100,000 other men have that same realization of having 100,000 in the bank, right? By whatever he's doing, building. If that was my goal, I'd be trying to help you guys do that through trading, right? So he has his own systems and his own ways. I'm not familiar 100%, but he's going to go out and create that mission now for himself, that vision. So you see, now he can make the money, but now he can have joy from it, purpose from it, where it's not just making money, because if your goal is always to make money, you'll always, be chasing that, right? But when it's purpose. So now he says, if I can get 100,000 men or women to get their first 100,000 in the bank, it turned out to a $1 billion number. And then boom, Tony Robbins said, boom, there it is. That's your why. You see how you're smiling right now? Yeah, every time you look at Alex Hermosi, he's very serious, right? Right? Tony Robbins had brought out that other individual, right? That childlike individual in him, and that's what got him to find his true purpose, right? His true goal on what he's looking to accomplish. So again, if you can know how to do everything and you can make a whole bunch of money, but if there's no purpose behind it, right? I could be such a great trader, but if I don't have any purpose on what I'm trying to accomplish here with impacting lives all over the world, right? And providing family for my life. I mean, we have very similar goals, right? I want to see more families create financial freedom so they don't have to work. That's why I'm here, right? So you could spend time with your children, right? And your children could spend time with you. So that's one of my big goals. But if I don't have that goal, then what am I doing? I'm just up here making money, right? And again, making money is awesome. I love to make money, but to have some sort of purpose, right? To wake you up day in and day out, it really keeps you dialed in on the mission and making good decisions that lead to a successful mission. So that's what I would always go back to encourage you guys with, is why do you want to trade? Why are you showing up here every day? You got to be a crazy person to show up here every single day and do this. So you really need to know why, right? And once you figure out that why, the rest tends to fall right into your lap. Alex looks so uneasy, but he understood the levels. Yeah, there's levels. You know what else I caught? So Alex Hermosi curses a little bit. Tony Robbins never really curses too much. Alex Hermosi said the F word 1 or 2 times. So you know what Tony Robbins did? He mirrored him. He matched him, right? He said the F word 3 or 4 times, and this was something my mentor was really good at. He can go into a bar with a whole bunch of biker dudes, or he can go into a corporate meeting with a whole bunch of guys in suit and ties, relate to them, and get his point across. So people skills. His people skills were incredible. But what did he do? He cursed a couple times until he got Alex Hermosi feeling like they related, right? Like they related. And then I noticed there was another time where Tony went to say the F word, and he said the F word, right? He replaced it with the F word. So I find that very interesting. Not many people are going to catch that, but he did that to relate, to get Alex Hormozy to trust, right? This conversation, this back and forth, and almost, relate to him in a way where he can be open to him. And then I found it interesting that like halfway through, Tony Robbins stopped cursing, right? He got back to who he was because now he was in position to mentor, right? He was in position to coach and have Alex Hormozy receive that coaching. So, I mean, you got to love these guys, man. You just got to love the greats and how they're able to coach people and relate to people and get their point across and help people understand their true whys and visions. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that gets fired up about that type of stuff. But yeah, just incredible interview. Just look it up. Tony Robbins and
powerful stuff, bro. I just sent the link over here.
Oh, you did?
Share it on the chat.
Okay, there you go.
Share it again for you guys right here. Boom.
Definitely watching that today.
Yeah.
There's over 1 million views on that video in 4 days.
Damn.
So pretty powerful.
You caught some wisdom there, bro.
That's real coaching. That's real coaching, right? That's high level mentorship right there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Damn.
True coaching. Yep.
Yes.
Man, oh man, did we not nail this? I mean, look at that. Look at that. Entry here, exit right at the wick fill. Partials at the no top wick. I mean, we nailed that, gang. What a read. Let me get a good picture of this for my journal.
Yep.
If you haven't
Beautiful.
marked that trade up, mark that trade up. Make sure you guys are tagging and bagging here. Boom.
See, there's no pressure today. All we had to do is follow the plan.
Literally.
And we got paid.
All right, let me just mark this up really quick. Just give me 1 sec. All right, cool. What part of your mindset changed only after success and not before? I stopped needing certainty before taking action. So I realized that when I did accomplish success, it wasn't all guaranteed, right? I got a vision, I got a download, I acted on it, and I made success happen, right? So the thought gave me clarity, right? And it gave me some inspiration, and all I did was go to work, right? So I didn't know if the result was going to be in my favor or not. I just trusted it. So over time, I began to realize it wasn't me that was doing this incredible, like it wasn't because I'm so amazing. It was simply because when I got a thought or an idea, I began to act on it, and I failed. You know, I've failed so many times in my life. One of the main reasons why maybe I might be a little bit more successful than you. I might not, by the way. But it's just because I failed so many times. I was willing to go at it. I was willing to, look stupid. I really was. And I still am today. Not many people will come on here and live stream that aren't willing to look a little silly, a little stupid, to lose in front of others. I'm not afraid of that stuff. I don't need certainty to move, right? So I think before I really started getting results, in a way I thought I needed that certainty, but that I just found that would hold me back. That would basically make me pause or stall on a really good idea and procrastinate. So yeah, I think that was probably the main thing, is really not needing certainty. You don't need to feel ready, right? To get ready or go, right? You just gotta move, just move. So yeah, that's probably it.
But what's cool though is like there's certainty in the universal laws, right? Like the universe doesn't care about certain things that he or she does. It only cares about abiding by its laws and by the way the universe operates. A law is what you sow, you also reap, right? A law is the law of attraction. If you input these things, if you apply these laws in a positive way, the laws have no other choice but to certainly, right, in an uncertain environment, give you exactly what you want. And that's what Nick's talking about, right? He didn't think about the results. He put his head down and focused on the process. He inputted what he wanted to output. So by universal law, it was certain that he was going to get what he put in.
Yeah.
So,
and was I afraid? because I think a lot of people deal with fear, right? Fear, and we all know that fear is what? False evidence appearing real. So I was afraid, gang, but I did it anyway. All right, you know how many times I spoke in front of on a stage or had to do had to make a phone call, had to do all this stuff. You're gonna feel some type of fear, right? Like fear never like leaves in a way. You just become better at being like fearless, right? So you get comfortable. Mr. V would say, Nick, you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. So it took me a minute, but then I began to exercise that. And again, I wasn't afraid. I got to the point where I said, I don't even care. I just want to live a better life, right? And if this is going to help me do that, then I'm going to test it. And you know what? If I fall and fail on my face, I don't know. I could blame Mr. V, right? So that was my mindset. So I began to shift it all, right? And I started acting, even though I had fear, I started acting regardless of the fear, right? And one thing I learned is when Mr. V would talk about, going from peak, right, to peak in life, where you never just stay stagnant, right? By the time you climb this mountain, right, you're starting to look at the peak of this mountain. So then you make your journey, right? So one of the things I realized was that success, I stopped seeing it as a finish line, right? I didn't want to stop at this peak. I seen the next one, right? And I wanted to get to that one. So I began to realize there's no finish line. There's no destination. There's just a journey, right? It's not a moment. It's a way of living. It's a standard, right? It's you don't do something for a moment, right? You live it. You actually become it, right? You don't arrive anywhere. You just maintain your walk. You just keep on keeping on, goal after goal after goal. So something that Mr. V told me when it comes to goals and goal setting is that you peak at the next peak, right? So you P-E-E-K, right? Peekaboo, like you guys hear Lele talk about it, right? You peak at the next P-E-A-K, right? And that's how you live your life, from goal to goal to goal to goal. Because guess what happens? If you stop here, guess where you're going? Most likely back down this way. Because if you ain't going forward, you're moving backwards, my friends. You're moving backwards, whether you know it or not. So, yeah. So I just started living it, right? Very hard to, it's one thing to talk a good game. It's another thing to live it. So I just started saying, okay, like John says all the time, I want to embody the person who I want to be. I have a vision of myself who's a 10.0 version, who shows up daily, puts in the work, impacts lives, helps my family, I had a very, very precise image of who I wanted to create. And I just understood that it was not a destination anymore. It was simply just a fun journey to enjoy. So that's a good question that you asked, and I could probably keep going on that, right? But those are probably some of my thoughts.
That is so fire and powerful, bro. It's so true. I want to add like one more thing on top of like the fear talk. We're also in a universe that has the law of opposites, right? There's negative things and there's positive things, right? You're just thinking of the reasons that you can't make it, right? Just as you're thinking of all those reasons you can make it, you can think about all the reasons you can make it too, but you just choose to think about all the reasons you can't make it. So it's like, don't forget about the other side where, you can do things, right? Don't forget to think about those things as well.
Yeah, most people are waiting to become someone before they act. And I want you to think about that for a moment. Like, logically, if you wait until you become a disciplined trader, so all right, I'm not going to become disciplined, but when I am disciplined, I'll focus on discipline. It don't work like that, right? Successful people act, right? At the end of the day, they just act. They just do. So focus on that, and keeping the right mindset and the right mentality through that, and some of the things we talked about, and I think you'll be on the road to success as well. All right. Good question. Anything else? Why did I take a buy without a range 2? Because we were in the 4-hour target tapped area. We had the volume coming in. I could see the direction. basically the same reasons that I mentioned earlier. I could see that we already had tapped target. I was expecting that 4-hour candle, even though it was bearish all the way down here at the moment, to be able to pull back, and close back in that range. 1 hour, I smelt the fake out from a mile away. 30-minute was a nice closure. It was our first closure above, kind of pulling that target tapped card there, right? If we never tapped a target, meaning if there was no support here, right, and the 4 hour still had so much room to go, I would have waited for the range 2 there. Yeah, but because we were already tapping target and it was high time of volume, and again, just doing this for quite some time, I just had a good read there. So yeah, if we weren't in if we weren't in that 4 hour targeted area, which is really right from this wick and all in here, then I wouldn't have pulled the trigger on the first onion there. But that's a good question too.
Yeah, the time frames gave us a story, really.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I like that B21. What's uncertain becomes doubt in the mind, so we need to make our vision clear. Yes, 100%. If the vision ain't clear, if you're not educated and you don't know what you're doing, then yeah, you're going to be very uncertain. It's a pity we can't double like the stream. I agree. I do agree with that. I do agree.
Yeah, for real, bro. You don't like the stream? That's a disrespect.
Everyone just give it one like. If you guys can, just give it one like here for me today. And if you're not subbed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. We do this Monday through Friday. Come join us. Come join us. If you've first heard of us today, we trade well, but this thing goes much deeper than trading. We want to see you succeed in all areas of life. So we will give our little 2 cents. And, like Tony Robbins said, that's probably what it's worth, 2 cents, right? We will give our 2 cents every day and help you get better, align more with your vision. All right, I think we're done. Shall we? Yeah. Great session here today. What time do we get on? Right around New York Open. So right around 8 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. We're here. If you guys want to join us in the clubhouse, that's where we trade all sessions. So Asian, London, and New York. Plus we have a full course in there. 60 hours of webinar content in there, pre-recorded stuff that's extremely valuable, and and a great community. So if you guys want to join, it's discounted right now. All you got to do is go to timetoTrading.com. It'll move you over to the WAP side and just make your purchase through there. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the day. I've had a blast here today. I hope this session has impacted you in some way, shape, or form. And we'll be back tomorrow. Johnny Gems, Rafi.
Tonight for Asia.
Yeah, we'll be back
Asian,
tonight.
baby.
Asia session.
Get to do it with the winners again. Let's go.
Yes, sir. So,
sounds good.
All right, y'all. Everyone, have a great rest of your day. Love you guys. Hope you have a blessed day here, my friends. I'll see you guys on the next session.
Do me a favor. Stay out of trouble.
Stay out of trouble
out there.
Stay out of trouble, man.
Facts. Stay out of trouble. God bless
Love
you.
y'all. We believe in you.
Peace.
We'll see you guys on the next sesh.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Rain on me. Rain on me, Lord, help me grow. Rain on me. Clean my spirit, feed my soul. I'm pouring spirit, so he use me like I'm chump change. Ain't pouring spirits, he flow through me, he just pouring rain. Lay my chains in that water, hit that blue grave. Heard your voice in Memphis, how my oldest got his name. Hey, Father, take me back. Psalms 1 in the morning, meditating fast. How you don't know what you driving, but got something fast. See my brother's life change when that whip crash. I got whiplash, where the spirit got my head turning. Time to pick trash, if I wanna serve, I'll Jesus serve him. It's a flash, when he coming back, what's your purpose? It's a mismatch, turn the earth flat, Kyrie Irving. Rain on me, rain on me, Lord, help me grow. Rain on me, clean my spirit, feed my soul. Rain on me, Lord, help me grow. Rain on me, clean my spirit, feed my soul.
Rain on me like you did in the past, and you making it last. Better with you out living on glass. Not going back, I never thought I'd make it without. Out to the same watch out. Like what is we talking about? Chilling with God and he working it out. Do it for you, I can't do it for clout. The message stressing me out. Like what? I know we lit, we up, following God. I'm making it out. Rain on me, rain on me.
Help me grow, I couldn't do this on my own.
You came into my life.
All I do is make fire, I'm a caveman. Never dropped the ball, got great hands. I was younger, it was get rich or die trying. Now I'm grown, still rolling with the same plans. Had other plans, I made two. Not one of them was struggle or just make do. Never satisfied and still the same dude. So when I made my first million, had to make two.
When I'm sliding on the beat, they like, who is that? Coin flipper, way that I be turning heads. Side stage, stomach turning, I'm a nervous wreck. Till I heard the fans and the kick, pull the curtain back. Big wig, I don't need a hairpiece. Big dog, no leash, they know I'm a rare breed. Big shoes, can't fill them, this a rare feat. Big price, no sale, but I'm still carefree. Yeah, sweet 16s for the diabetics. Any era, I don't care, I'm the guy to get it. If it's 80-42, then I'm a violinist. Still the illest, go ahead, check the hieroglyphics. Yeah, said it's impossible, huh? It's impossible, huh? Oh man, you know if anyone can, I can.
Make fire, I'm a caveman. Never dropped the ball, got great hands. I was younger, it was get rich or die trying. Now I'm grown, still rolling with the same plans. Had other plans, I made two. Not one of them was struggle or just make do. Never satisfied and still the same dude. So when I made my first million, had to make two. Big hitter, baby, I'm in the fourth spot. Been in this position, ain't a shortstop. Every song gold, my catalog up at Fort Knox. Thinking they can get in on this, baby, of course
They
not.
don't even know what it takes, it's a lethal dose. Make it look easy, think they got it, they ain't even close. Play Nintendo in Japan, baby, we remote. Paling in comparison, they looking like they seen a ghost. Yeah, counting it, went exactly how we plotted, there was not a twist. Saw exactly what we wanted and we got it ish. That's why we scratching off everything that's on the list. This is not a bit. Said it's impossible, huh? It's impossible, huh? Oh man, you know if anyone can, I can.
Make fire, I'm a caveman. Never dropped the ball, got great hands. I was younger, it was get rich or die trying. Now I'm grown, still rolling with the same plans. Had other plans, I made two. Not one of them was struggle or just make do. Never satisfied and still the same dude. So when I made my first million, had to make two.